The following content is brought to you with funding from the Universal Service Fund USF via its local digital content development initiative. Enjoy the show.
In July this year, I came across a newspaper article by USF. If you don't know about USF stands for Universal Service Fund. So USF is a unit by MACRA. They focus on ensuring that digital services are available throughout Malawi. This article was specifically saying that they're looking for content creators that can be able to create different kinds of contents and upload them on their YouTube, Instagram, even Facebook. The main focus is, as I've said, that their objective is to ensure that digital services are available all over the country. They want to make sure that people outside the country, even Malawians, are able to access different kinds of content right here in Malawi. So when I saw this call for applications, I saw this as an opportunity for myself to apply. What inspired me a lot to apply for this grant was that I recently came across a video that was trending in Ndeza. This video was about this specific number balloon that was found there in Ndeza, and people were saying that, okay, this is something that has to do with Satanism or something like that. People were laughing about it, but I found it kind of saddening because with the way things are digitalized these days, it was just an issue of the person that was taking that video to just go on Google, take a picture of the balloon, and then Google what it was. That would have been the end of the story right there. But it went to so many places on Facebook. Everyone got hold of that video, and those people in there still don't know what that balloon is all about. In their minds, they're still saying that, okay, this is still something to do with Satanism. So when I saw that, it gave me a concept on what I should apply on. So I made my application based on ensuring that I am able to teach people about digitization, to ensure that people are able to use their phones to do so many things. And what I emphasized on was on digital entrepreneurship. So I sent in my application, and luckily enough, I got selected. So I've been awarded a grant by MACRA to produce local digital content. In this whole process, I'm going to introduce you to my YouTube channel, which is Mo's Class. Mo's Class will focus on digital entrepreneurship, adaptive fashion, as well as everything that has to do with digitization to ensure that your businesses are doing well just using technology. In today's episode, we are going to talk about generating a business idea. So we are going to look at some of the strategies that one can use when they want to come up with a business idea. So let's dive right into it. So one of the ways in which you can identify a business idea is through identifying problems in your surroundings. So what do I mean by identifying problems in your surroundings as a way of identifying a business idea? Let's use an example of adaptive fashion. There are so many people with disabilities in our country. And when you go to Kaunjiga, let's say, or into a shop, the clothes that we find are usually, clothes for people without disabilities. Just a shirt without buttons or sleeves are just there. You're not considering someone, let's say, with one sleeve or even without sleeve, or someone without legs. When you talk of adaptive fashion, we see that, okay, people are making clothes for people without disabilities, but how about these people with disabilities? So you can focus on, okay, these people are having problems with finding clothes. Let me start a business that's going to focus on making clothes for people with disabilities only. So you'll be making clothes after single, okay, I'm only focusing on people with this problem, and then you have a business to start. Another instance that we can use is, let's say you're staying in the suburbs. Most of the times I've noticed that if you want to buy vegetables in those areas, let's say you're staying in area 47 or area 43, if you want to buy vegetables, you have to wait for those women that pass around and keep hearing, Masamba, I know that. If you miss them, that means you won't have Masamba for that day unless you go to Sana or Chipiku, even ShopRite. There's some instances where you still want to buy vegetables and you can't afford to go to Sana or you can't afford to go to ShopRite. You want to find them in your area. That's an issue that someone can address and start a business. You can start a small garden behind your house and selling vegetables to your neighbors. That's also a type of business that one can do. The second way that you can use to find a business idea is by following your passion and skills. So what do I mean by following your passion and skills? There's some things that we're just interested in. Let's say you're interested in music, but you're like me, you don't know how to sing, but you love music so much. So just because music is my passion, I can start music management as a business, or I can open a studio as a business. So that way you have a business idea. You love baking, but you don't know what kind of business to do. You can just focus on baking and use that as a business that you can consider. Just to make your business unique, you can't just say, okay, I'm gonna be a baker. I'm gonna bake whatever it is that people bake. No, you can focus on a certain part of baking. Let's say, okay, I'm only going to be making birthday cakes, or I'm only going to be making cupcakes. My target markets, let's say, are buses or weddings. So that way, if you're interested in that part, you just focus on the interest and then start a business. Another example can be about home decorations. You love having beautiful interiors. Even your exterior, you love seeing your exterior beautiful and all that. If your interests are all about home decor, you can start purchasing things, let's say from outside the country, even consulting people here, like here in Malawi, like people in Salima, Mangochi, where they make handmade products, but they are very beautiful things when they are put inside the house for decorations. So you can be buying from those people and selling it to other people as a business, or you can be buying some things from outside the country and focus on selling it to different households. The other way in which you can come up with a business idea is through market research. When we talk about researching the market, we're talking about, let's say, going on Google and then typing, okay, what kind of markets are famous these days, or what kind of products are people interested in so much these days. Not just on Google, you can go on social media. It's on Facebook, on Shein. You look at the trends. What are people doing these days? What are people so much into these days? I'll give an example for us ladies. Shein is one of the most trending online shops out there. So everyone wants to have an outfit from Shein. So the problem we have in our country is that not a lot of people know how to buy things from Shein. Usually it is because they are afraid of MRA taxes, or they just don't know how to do the process, the payment process, or they are learning away from the whole shipment fees and all that. So you might take advantage of that and start ordering clothes for people online and then selling it to them. You can take orders, or you can even start open a shop that's specifically focused on Shein clothes. You can add Fashion Nova clothes. You can even add Pretty Little Things. All that just to solve the problem that, okay, people are loving clothes, buying clothes on Shein, on Fashion Nova, and they're failing to do that. I'm gonna solve this problem. I've researched and I've seen that, okay, this is what's trending these days, and I'm gonna focus on this. So the other way that we can use to identify a business idea is by identifying a solution that helps to save money or time. Yes, emphasis on saving money and time. We all love saving money and time. So even myself, when I hear that, okay, I'll buy something at 100,000, but someone is selling the same thing at 20,000, I'll go directly to, okay, let me buy this at 20,000 kwacha and not waste more money. So when you think of a solution that saves money and time, it also helps you to come up with business ideas that people are really drawn into. For example, it is farming season now. And as we have said, people would want to save money, at the same time save time. Let's talk about labor. If to find people to help you with kulima, kumonda, and everything else, it's kind of expensive these days. And just the whole process of kulima mizele and kupalira and all that, it's time consuming. At the same time, it takes a lot of money. So let's say you have a tractor that's just sitting, and there's a community out there that a lot of people are complaining about spending so much in their farms. You can take that tractor, go to their farms. In a day, you say, okay, I'm gonna be working in all these farms and just for this day, and all that. people pay at a lower fee, but at the same time, you've worked in different firms. You've made something out of it. So that's just one of the ways that you can find a business idea, by focusing on saving time and money. So the other way in which you can find a business idea is through learning a test and then going into a larger scale. So we call it test small and then scale. So what we mean by this is that, all right, you are thinking about a business idea, you have a concept in your mind. So what you have to do is just to give that idea a go. For instance, let's say that you want to start a cleaning service. So for you to see if that idea is going to work, you have to start small. Let's say you're only offering cleaning services to 10 households, or only, let's say, your workmates. So you target your workmates and tell them, okay, I'm starting to offer cleaning services and you are my target customers. So after you see that cleaning service is going on well, you're, let's say, progressing to your neighborhood and then to larger communities, you now have an idea that, okay, this business seems to be going on well. I can progress with it and put much focus into it. Same thing with, let's say, a gardening business. You start by with a few crops, buying a few things that you want to sell, see if those things are going well on the market, or if it's the crops, see if they're doing well. And if they're doing on well, you proceed to scale your business. And if not, you stop, or you try to look for solutions to make it work. After some time, you have a proper business idea to focus into. So the other way that you can do is to analyze trends and future opportunities. By this way, you focus on, all right, what's trending these days. I'll give an example of electric cars. Electric cars seem to be doing well on the market, but still not so many people are giving much attention to it. So now that you're seeing that the world is going green and all that, you can say, okay, since the world is going green, let me start a business that is going to focus mostly in things like electric things. Example, you say, okay, I'm gonna be selling Magiza that are solar powered. I'm gonna sell gas stoves, or I'm gonna innovate some things that don't need electricity but are gonna focus on solar power. So that's also one of the ways in which you can find a business idea and focus on that. So now that we have tried to come up with various business ideas, we have to do a market research. When you talk about doing a market research, there are so many things that are involved in it. First of all, we talk of things like competition. When we are talking of analyzing your competition, we mean, okay, have some time. Look into what your competitors are doing. Our competitors are the people that are also doing the business that you would like to do. So look into what those competitors are doing. What kind of marketing strategies are they using? What's their pricing like? How are they with their customers? What kind of customer care do they give to their customers? And from whatever that you find about your competitors, you try to better yourself by ensuring that you're way better than your competitors. Apart from analyzing your competitors, you go into market trends. Okay, how are people conducting their businesses? What should I do to make sure that I'm also in line with how businesses are running these days? Apart from that, you can also go into analyzing your potential customers. When it comes to analyzing your potential customers, it helps you to make important decisions like pricing, communication. Let's say you have a shop in Lilongwe, area 43, and you have another shop in Mponela. The kind of pricing might be slightly different. For instance, in Sana ya Mponela and the Sana that you find in area 43, there are slight price differences. This is just because that they analyze their customers and they know that, okay, the levels of income might be slightly different. Analyzing your customers will help you make such important decisions in terms of pricing, communication, what kind of communication will work better with this kind of target market, and what kind of language, for instance, people from Zimbabwe are going to understand. So you say, okay, people from Zimbabwe are going to understand Tubuka, and let me do this and this. So yeah, market research is very important when you want to start a business. The other thing that you have to consider doing after you have a business idea is to come up with your business plan. A business plan is such an important thing and one of the most telling things that you do as a business person, but it is very important for you to have that. The other thing that you have to consider after you have a business idea is on funding. So, depending on the idea that you have, the kind of funding may be different. Some businesses will require a small capital, others will require a medium one, and others a very large capital. So, there are so many ways in which one can fund their businesses. And just to mention a few, we have personal savings. How much money do you have in your account that you're going to use to start the business? Or how much, after budgeting, how much capital have you come up with? How much is your budget? And from your savings, is it going to be enough for you to fund your business? If it's not, you go to the other option, which is loans. You can get loans from banks to fund your businesses. The other way that you can use to fund your business is through grants. Grants are finances that are given to you, but you don't have to give them back as we do with loans. So you can use grants as a way of financing your business. The other way in which you can finance your business is through investors. You can find people who are interested in the business idea that you have. You can go to them, present your business idea to them, and see if they can be able to fund your business. Funding is also a key point for you to consider when you have a business idea, because it will help you to see, okay, is this something that I can afford in terms of my finances? If it's not, you downgrade. If it is, you go for it. Lastly, I'd just like to share some key points for you to consider when you're looking for a business idea. First of all, you need to make it personal. You would notice that most businesses that are very personal to people progress so much because it is something that people love doing. For instance, you can be working as a waiter, but you don't like being guided around. That's not a business that you should do because you end up being rude to your customers. So focus on something that is very personal to you, something that you love doing. If you love makeup, you can start selling makeup products, or you can even start a makeup business. So focusing on something that's very personal is important. The other thing is you need to be specific in your business. Most of the times when you want to start a business and you have so many things going on, I'm going to add this product to my business. Just because I'm doing home decor, I'm also going to start gardening services. Or just because I'm doing home decor, I'm going to also focus on kitchenware. Things that are not in the same sector. So you have to be very specific when you choose your business idea, because that helps you to be more focused in your business and grow your business better, because you are able to serve your customers better because you know what exactly that you're doing. And the last thing that I would like you to know when you have a business idea is that you need to be adaptable. There are some times where you have a very interesting business idea, but the results are not exactly what you thought are going to be. So you need to be adaptable. Know that it's possible to fail. So if something is not working for you, try to change the business idea and go into another business that you think it's going to work. If you don't want to change, and then consult other people. Have people that can help you with your business so that you can be able to progress. So just a recap of what we have talked on today's episode. We're saying that if you want to come up with a business idea, first of all, you need to identify a problem. Try to solve a problem. That's one of the ways that you can try to find a business idea. Second of all, focus on your skills and passion. That will also help you to have a proper business idea. And another thing is that you can do a market research. Know what's trending that day. What are women liking? Is it Brazilian wigs? Focus on Brazilian wigs. Or are they able to afford those wigs? No, they don't, but I have wigs that are just sitting at home. You can start hiring them. So research what's trending on the market. The other way in which you can find a business idea is to think of solutions that save time and money. People are drawn to businesses or shops or markets that are helping them to save money and at the same time save time. Let's say home food delivery services. So focus on things that will help you will help your customers save time and money, because that's what draws most customers. And another way in which you can find a business idea, I've talked that it is through focusing on futuristic things. Know where the world is going these days. What are people running to now? And you focus on those. And we have also said that once you have come up with a business idea, now you have to do a market research. Know what's trending in that market. Who are your competitors? What kind of marketing strategies are working better in that market? What kind of pricing? Even what kind of promotional strategies can you use to ensure that you're progressing in that specific market? After that, you sit down and come up with your business plan. After you come up with your business plan, you go ahead and then come up with a proper budget and funding for your business. How are you going to fund your business? And after all that, you're going to launch your business.